Regan Slaymaker for International Boxing News, and I have the pleasure to be joined by Fabio Wardley. Fabio, how are you today, mate?
I'm good, thanks, mate. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I mean, frustrating period for yourself at the moment. You were ordered to fight kind of Frazer Clarke, defend your British title. Now you're not. You had that whole situation, which I mean is a bit of a mess, to be fair to say. Now that kind of the dust has settled a little bit, how do you reflect on that kind of period there?
It was frustrating, yeah, I think that's the right word. Obviously, when you want to fight, when the fight was building, everyone was behind it, everyone was backing it, everyone was up for it. It was a good fight, and when there's so much build up to something and then nothing, you kind of left a bit like, oh, what the fuck? That's a bit of a waste of your time. So, yeah, it was more so annoying than anything that it just wasted the time. I'd rather just cut it right at the beginning and just say, look, we're not interested, we're not going to do it, rather than drag it out for as long as it was.
Definitely, I mean, obviously with that situation kind of now gone, obviously we were just speaking off camera a couple of hours ago kind of, but we're here at the AJ Whyte press conference, and you kind of want to be on this card, it's fair to say.
It's a card we've spoke about, yeah. It's an option for us, yeah. We're just trying to pick what we think's best for me at the moment in terms of what route to go down, what opponents to face, and obviously when to fight them. So we're playing around with a few different things at the moment. Nothing concrete. This is definitely an option, but we're still seeing what we think is the best one.
Perfect. Would it if it was on this card, would it be more likely to be an international opponent with your WBA title rather than a defence of the British title?
I think it's more so looking that way if it was, yeah. Just because it's becoming relatively short notice now for a British opponent, so it'd be harder to put together.
Perfect. I do want to talk about the fight briefly as well. Obviously, you are a member of Team Whyte, kind of under the management stable. Kind of, how do you look at this fight? Obviously, two huge names of British heavyweight boxers.
Yeah, it's massive. It's massive. It's something I've said for a long time that they should get it back on and they should jump in the ring together, because especially at the point of where they're at in their careers, it's the ideal fight for the pair of them. They both come off kind of okay performances against Franklin. I think Franklin was quite surprising as to how good he was, at least for them anyways. And now they're at a point where they need to kind of have a big, not comeback fight, but kind of put them back on the map kind of fight. So, and this does all of that. This ticks all them boxes. So we'll best man win.
It definitely does. I was kind of going through our social media chat the other day, and they were talking about because Franklin's looking for an opponent because his opponent in Detroit's pulled out. Your name was mentioned alongside Jermaine Franklin. I mean, is that a fight that you'd be looking at right now?
It's not one I've not thought of his name at all. I've not really put him in any thought process we've gone over. But yeah, it's a possibility. Maybe a little bit further down the line. Again, it all depends on what kind of route we're deciding to pick. If I want to stick on that British route, if we want to follow the WBA, or if we want to move a bit more left and go kind of Commonwealth and European. So there's other options, but we just got to pick which one's the best for us.
Perfect. I do want to kind of move on to kind of Portman Road. Obviously, there was a lot of talk about kind of staging a fight there. Obviously, what would it mean to you to kind of headline a fight card at Portman?
Yeah, it'd be massive. It'd be massive. It'd really be like, I don't want to say the cherry on the cake like it's over, but it's one of my top kind of milestones. That win the world title, they're kind of up there and right next to each other, just because it'd be so big. It would be such a big occasion. And I really feel like I kind of owe it to everyone from Ipswich that's always supported me, because the fights have always been on the road. You've always had to travel and come and see me. So to bring one home feels like, actually I get to bring it back to him and just deliver back to those people who have always followed me up and down the country.
Definitely. How far away do you think that fight is? Could it be like for a British title fight, or do you think it'd have to be kind of a world title eliminator type fight? No,
it could be a British title fight. There'd be enough build to it. You just need the right opponent at the right time. Obviously, with stadium fights being on, they have to be over the summer, kind of away from the football season, gives it a bit more time. So. Yeah, that's the only thing, but it's on the cards. It definitely won't happen this year, but at some point next year we could look at again. Just kind of, it depends on where the landscape's at with other heavyweights as well.
Perfect. It is only Portman Road is about 40 minutes away from my house, so definitely.
Okay, easy.
And then my final question, Fabio. Thank you for giving me your time today, mate. We ask everyone this. What does boxing mean to you?
Everything. It's funny. I don't know how to explain what it means to me. It's obvious what it's done for me, but it gives me it gives me purpose, but it gives me a focus. It does so much for me physically, mentally, to know, wake up in the morning and know, I've found my thing, because so many people bounce around, they don't find the right job or whatever else in thing in life, and I wake up and I know what I'm doing myself today. I'm training, I know my goals and stuff. So it's given me a clear focus and really set goals of what I want.
Perfect, Fabio, thank you very much. And I will leave with this. You boxed on the first ever fight card that I ever went to as a boxing fan. Dylan Whyte, Oscar Rivas. So I'll leave you that one, mate. No, Fabio Wardley, thank you very much.
Pleasure, mate. No worries.
Cheers, thank you.